Hello, 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 good morning, and welcome. You are on the mountain with Rick and Ben, and it is time for World Building Wednesdays, and I think it's going to be a doozy. I'm pretty excited. How are you doing tonight, my friend?
Okay. Got
Good.
off a little early today, but I have to work tomorrow, so.
Alrighty. Well, I think Sharn had to work, so we were already not going to have a game, but that still kind of sucks, anyways.
Hmm.
Okay. So, I have been paying attention vaguely to kind of, astrophysics and creation of the universe type stuff. Like, I find it fascinating, and the imagery is so beautiful and everything like that. But today I
Hmm.
came across one that had something new that I hadn't really heard of, and talking about like population 3 stars, like the earliest stars of the universe. And I hadn't
Okay.
really broached into that subject very much, but apparently they're because the kind of dust clouds that birth stars were so much more massive when these first stars were forming. A lot of them would actually have stars that formed around them, kind of like planets. So, what I'm thinking is one of those first stars, a star that formed in its orbit that was far enough away to be outside the blast radius when that first star collapsed. Because as massive as those first stars were, they did tend to have lifespans in the millions to hundreds of millions of years. Um, so that first star collapsed, is now a black hole, and the star that was orbiting it caught an asteroid, and that asteroid fell into orbit around that sun, and on that asteroid the elder dragons already existed. Magic is actually fading because magic was the source of the Big Bang, and it is being dispersed throughout the universe. And as the universe grows, naturally, along with entropy, the magic spreads. We don't have any magic in our world and current universe because we're too far in. It's already spread too fucking thin. Magic is dark energy.
Uh, okay, I kind of get what I kind of get what you're saying. I disagree with what you say magic should be,
That
just
part was
because.
conjecture that I just thought of right now. So yeah, but like and obviously we're spitballing here, so things are. What would you? How would you reword that? And this, of course, is something that will never be known on Galil. Although
Then for the setting, I don't see why it's important.
it's
Another
not.
thing to note about those early stars, like the earliest of giant stars,
Yeah,
um, the mechanics behind their functioning kind of doesn't make a lot of sense for like the astronomy math,
yeah,
because they were, by all accounts, in theory, they were so massive that just everything just kind of breaks down with them. I've heard some people say they were less stars and more like giant puffy clouds.
Yeah, of fusion.
Sort of like Jupiter, except a lot larger.
Yeah, and more violent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like obviously we're not gonna try and have a planet orbiting around one of those actual huge first stars. But as soon as I heard like and kind of like saw a diagram of like the kind of remnants of the dust that did not get sucked in the creation of the giant star still being enough to actually create multiple stars, and one of those stars, then I mean, obviously they're probably not likely to actually form any of their own planets in such a scenario. But one of those stars, after the main star explodes implodes, becoming the black hole, and its orbit is stabilized after all of that fucking tumult, then it catches a spare, an asteroid that just happens to be fucking coming through, whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually a really cool creation story for the planet, and therefore it could be like before really any planets are formed. This is the first planet, and also means that it kind of could have already been. No, because we still want to have that breaking myth intact. But it doesn't necessarily have to have been completely spherical. It could have been already like as an asteroid misshapen, and then as the effects of gravity are making it.
It has too much mass for it not to be spherical. Without some sort of magic making it such.
Okay, fair. So yeah, but I mean, regardless of shape, like yeah, it's just kind of floating along, and then somehow, the star catches it.
Mm. Another thing is that like the stars that were surrounding those giant other stars.
Yeah.
Unless they were flung away from their parent star at some point, they were basically blasted out of oblivion when the oldest stars died.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like far enough away to be out of the blast radius of it or whatnot. If it had to have been flung away, then that works too. It does mean that our star would therefore be free floating in space.
Not necessarily. It could have been caught by another one. That's how some stars just traverse, anyways.
But are there is there precedent for free floating stars? That's actually a question that I've kind of thought of and not had answered satisfactorily.
Yeah, probably. There are rogue planets.
Exactly.
Just flung out of solar systems. Rogue stars would basically just be the same thing.
That's exactly what I would have to imagine. There's rogue black holes too. Like some of them are at the center of galaxies. Some of them are within galaxies and probably situated, orbiting around supermasses or whatever. Like I can only imagine that to be the case. And then there's some that are fucking just kind of out there doing their own thing as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
so what kind of star is Galil circling around? Did we decide? Did we decide it was a main sequence like our sun?
That's actually what we're talking about now, I guess. So, how much do you know about what those early stars would look like?
Well, other than the really, 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 the first stars, the ones that were gigantic. After those first stars, they were basically the stars that we are familiar with came around.
Well, some of them, like our star is a population 1. The earliest stars were population 3, and then there's also population 2, which are the really big stars that actually collapse into black holes, and go supernova at death. Those are typically significantly older stars as well.
Hold up a sec. I've never heard any of the documentaries I've ever listened to mention anything about this rating system you're using of population.
Okay. Well, this video will go into it, and I mean, maybe it's full of shit. I mean, it's definitely not impossible, but either way, it sparked some cool ideas. So, but the channel is History of the Universe, and their stuff's been pretty good so far. I've listened to a decent amount of it.
Okay, population just means metal content.
Yeah, but the that is kind of determined based on the age.
Yeah, that's entirely determined on when they formed.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Population 3 is the oldest ones because they don't have any heavy metal or hardly any heavy metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, population 3 are hypothetical. Which makes sense because we wouldn't be able to see them at this point. They'd have exploded long ago.
And one of the things, when I said that this would be entirely unknown on Galil, that's not technically true. Because if this is the case, and this is the first habitable planet in the universe, then that would explain why the Mind Flayers are here.
Why is there metals? If it's the first habitable planet, there wouldn't be very much metal on the planet at all.
No, that is true. That is a good fucking call. Because those primordial stars didn't have any heavy metals, which means neither would the fucking planets.
Yeah.
That is such a good point. Damn it, hole in my entire fucking theory there.
Just going through. I've never heard of population, but then again, most of the things that I watch about the early stars, like they'll mention that the stars make, you know, the heavier elements like metals and whatnot, but they don't go into like. I've never heard this sort of classification thing, which is a new nomenclature, although it doesn't seem to be something that comes up very often.
Yeah, I hadn't really heard of it either, but it does kind of make sense, and so I was hoping that you were familiar with it so that I could use it to convey what I was talking about.
On December 8th, 2022, astronomers reported the possible detection of a population 3 star.
Yeah, that was one of the things he was like getting at in the video, is because just like now we have different sizes of stars being created, there were some pockets of smaller stars that were created in population 3 away from those massive stars so that they weren't destroyed by them, and that some of those could be actually like at the tail end of their lifespan still.
Well, you also have to imagine there's also thanks to gravitational lensing, ways that light gets like sort of trapped or slowed down so that we can see things that happened in the past.
Yeah.
And so like that's a possibility for that sort of stuff too.
It's fucking crazy how they're able to put that shit together, man.
So, did we say gravity was the same on Galil as the Earth?
Yes.
I think we did. Or at least similar enough.
Yeah.
Okay. It's actually surprising, going into things. There's this guy who does planetary world building, that I watch. And he goes into like the some of the science behind it and the calculations and whatnot. And one of the videos of his world building he did, he was talking about gravity and like low gravity planets, so you could have like giant animals like megafauna.
Yeah.
And apparently, you can really only get to 80% gravity. Anything lower, and you don't have a magnetic field to protect the atmosphere.
Makes sense. Although our magnetic field is actually created, so I don't think it would depend on gravity, right? Because
our magnetic field is cheating, so our planet doesn't matter all that much.
Exactly.
But like, but like, it is important enough, especially if the Galil is if the cube form of Galil is failing, it's gonna need to find a way to make that work without the Dragon God magic bullshit.
Well, no, the magnetic field is not part of the Dragon God magic bullshit. Remember?
I thought they were the ones that had that.
No, that was the techno zombies when they came, and then they actually seeded the planet for life by putting that there so that they could come back to harvest it. Or it might not have been the techno zombies; it was somebody else. But we had somebody come in, and because there was no life for them to hunt, they seeded the planet so that they could come back and hunt. And basically what they did was to just create the... But how does that work with the... Yeah, that does not work with the whole first planet thesis. Well, okay, we're abandoning first planet thesis.
Also, for history that old and like mechanics like that, I don't see why it matters for this particular setting that we have those.
Like... It doesn't. It's just shit that I find cool, and so I'm trying to work into it. You know, answer questions that nobody asked. Or probably would ever ask. What you thinking about?
So, question for you.
Yeah.
Not involving the new Pathfinder rules, but like the old Pathfinder rules or the 3.5 rules.
Okay.
For a level 4 character, let's say. How many attack rolls? How many How many attack actions would you rule as too much as a DM? Like,
I don't really have a number like that necessarily.
Huh?
I don't really have a number like that necessarily. I mean, it's really all going to depend on the rest of your build and what you're trying to do with them. Like, if
if I made a character that at level technically 4 could make 8 attacks per round.
I mean, on the surface of it, it sounds ridiculous and excessive, and like a lot of people are just going to be like, no. But I mean, I'm sure that you're taking some pretty serious sacrifices to do that, and I'm sure that there's a really cool fucking story behind it as well. I'm also fairly certain that you're probably not shitting out D12s, and if you're making 8 attacks, you're probably
D6.
not hitting 8 times.
It's actually surprisingly accurate, but only because you have to take a feat from multi-attack that you can only take if you have multiple natural weapons.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure there's a fucking a reason behind it. I'm sure that it's not complete and utter bullshit, and I'm sure that you're probably not trying to break the game. So I would be more inclined to allow it. What?
I'm fully trying to break it.
Well, I mean, you're not. You're trying to break the mechanics. You're not trying to break the game.
True. I mean, you're right about the hefty cost. This character is a technical level 5, but has 7 level adjustment.
So he's level 12.
And while I could reduce that if I needed to, and I probably would,
no, you know what? No, I want that character in Foundry as close to as is as possible.
In Foundry?
Yeah. Switch it over to Pathfinder 2.
Oh,
and load it up into Foundry.
The main problem with Pathfinder 2 is they changed how the attack actions work.
Yeah.
Whereas before you had a full attack action where you could make a bunch of attacks all at once as long as you took your entire turn on it.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Pathfinder 2, they changed things.
We're going to give you a full attack action that is a 3-action move. Or we'll give you a move called full attack. And it's just a 3-action move. And it allows you to do the full attack bullshittery that the character requires. Because of course that character requires that, and you're right, it's not automatically there, but it's a relatively simple add.
Yeah. Alright, I'm loading. Alright, Foundry's loading up. Okay, how am I going to build this character without the things I get to use from other sources?
You create anything you want as far as feats and shit like that, and just, you know, obviously your creation process is not going to necessarily look the same because you made that using a bunch of different sources and whatnot, and then now you just get to create the end product. So you're starting from the end. And
okay. Alright, Foundry's loading. Loading up. Yes, import. Okay. Okay, Ben's projects. Create actor. character type. Put advanced projects. Do I make it player character or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or NPC, whichever. Player character would probably be easier for in-game, though.
Okay.
And if and when it shows up, it is your character, so you'll be playing it too. Probably in a non-combat role. So tell me about this character. How did you make it?
He's part of my trying to make characters from different franchises in D&D.
Okay. Do you care to share the origin?
Warhammer 40K.
Okay. So, one of your fandoms of which I know least.
He's a gene stealer, which is a form of alien that, kind of sort of reverse. You know the movie Alien?
Yeah?
Gene stealers sort of reverse alien people. They implant like these like gene bundles into people, and then they let people escape, and then it slowly turns them into
Aliens?
gene stealers over like a long ass time, and their children end up having like gene stealer.
Oh, so generations, not minutes.
No, like, yeah,
Or
it takes a long
hours or
time.
days.
No, a person will eventually become a full-fledged gene stealer if they live long enough. But their children also gain those genes, and eventually they'll produce a pure strain, and that pure strain will then send out a psychic signal, which will attract a fleet of the aliens that they come from, Tyranids.
Oh, okay,
Land
Tyranids,
on the
gotcha.
planet and devour everything.
I have heard you talk about Tyranids before.
Mm-hmm. So I was making a gene stealer character, sort of. I went a little nuts with how many limbs he had, but I mean, the Tyranids are a weird adaptive race, so it still works. I just need to find the right ancestry to start with.
Custom lineage. It gives you a free feat, and it makes life a whole lot easier in general.
Custom lineage?
Something like that.
No, ancestry is, well, by ancestry I mean race.
I know. And there is a custom lineage or something like that option within Pathfinder rules.
I don't see it here in Foundry. That being said, I could just make my own. I did it with an earlier one.
Yeah. And you can also, like, build, because I'm sure you probably used Feral, you can also, like, build Feral into it with all of those modifiers or anything like that.
Nah, Feral would be, if I were making Feral, I'd put that in Heritage instead of Ancestry. Okay. You know what? Pathfinder.
As a matter of fact, I do know what. WHAT.
Lols. I'm so funny.
Wait, I'm not supposed to be on my email on stream. That was stupid.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to make a new ancestry. Okay. Create item. Ancestry. Or should I? Okay, let's go there. We'll start with that. Alright. So now create item. This one's going to be a heritage. Alright.
Alright.
What are the spider people called?
I don't think we actually have spider people really set. I mean, we know that they're there, but I don't think we've really worked them.
No, I'm at in Pathfinder.
Good question.
Never mind, I found him.
Well, let me see if I actually have the answer here for myself.
So yes, I have to make a new heritage.
No, never mind. I really don't. I was very upset with this ancestry guide for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, actually. Like, it gives information and lore about the ancestries, but it does not give... I mean, it does have ancestry feats for them, so I guess it does make them playable, but it's kind of shit. Like, the orcs in this thing are just fucking trash.
slug.
Did you just say what the hell is a slug?
Stable, human readable identifier. Alright, go over to rules.
Nifty blokes. Hey, we got a fucking nifty penny. Not too shabby.
Delete that so I can get back there and go to here. So grab rules.
Did I make a fucking bunch of sales or something?
Going back, grab you, grab you.
Refresh you, because that's updated.
Okay. Where the hell would I? Okay. Might take me a bit to learn how to do this.
No worries.
Grant item. Wait, hold up. Snaring. Okay. So, if that's how this works, then I should be able to be grant item.
I guess I have to clear cache.
It'd be grant item, and then it goes to ancestry. Wizard folk.
Yo, yo.
Hello.
What's up?
Hello there.
Long time no see, man. How you been?
I hope mostly, but you know, hanging in there. How's life going?
Not too shabby.
Uh,
Still looking for players if you know anyone that's available on Thursday nights.
no, I don't.
We got 4, so we're able to run most of the time, but would love to have 3 to 4 more still.
God damn. That's a large party.
Yeah, well, I set all of this up for 7 players. That way I know that on any given night I'm going to have 5.
Right.
Because when there's only 3, then the likelihood of TPK is too high.
Filler episode.
But we've had some fucking fun.
I did one of those already.
Hey, sometimes the best thing you can do is go shopping.
Yeah, when that's
Can you hear me?
doable.
Yeah, we can
Hello?
hear you. We can hear you. Usually I'm not up this late.
Yeah. We're
I'm
glad
like
to have you,
in
though.
bed by now.
Welcome back. Oh, no, he just left. What's keeping you up today?
I was up late yesterday after recording, and I'm off work today, and tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'm kind of just awake. I didn't get out of bed till like 1 o'clock. So
Welcome back.
I don't know what happened. My phone thought it was connected, but I didn't hear any of you.
well, we heard you.
We heard you until you left, and then we didn't hear you until you came back.
Okay.
All good, though. Feces occurs.
Okay.
Why are you... Light mode. No, fuck off. Just because... Jim, you showed up, and all of a sudden everything's in fucking light mode.
Good. It should be like that.
Are you still playing that game?
Which one?
The one that we met on.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna put quotes around playing.
Fair. Fair.
I've actually been putting a good chunk of money into the drip token on Hive.
Drip? What's that? Tell me more.
It's a token. The people that made Easy license. It's just another sister coin that they have, but they take the money from the coin and put it into games on Web3. So it has a little bit of backing for it in terms of value, to where they just kind of back a bunch of different games. Let me see which ones they are. It's like the standard stuff. GLG, Woo, Splinterlands. There's a couple other ones I've never even heard of. But
Well, so far you're 0 for 3 on things that I'm actually interested in supporting.
but aside from that, I really just like it because it gives you 0.25% of what you have every single day. So yearly you're making, if you don't compound it, you're making 91% yearly. And if you do compound it, it's all the way up to 141%. So I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it.
And that's just for holding it, not staking?
I believe you do have to stake. I think I saw something that was talking about if you just hold it, you also get something. But I've just been staking it. Yeah, it's backing Splinterlands, GLS, Woo, Astral Revelations, Rising Star, Mutera, Serfdom, and Sorcery.
Oh, I actually have 0.001.
Oh, drip.
Yep. 64604.
Yeah. Holy moly! Look at that hive balance.
It's 1.75 hive.
Yep. Yeah, I really like the return on it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit into it.
Sure.
And Splinterlands stuff has been back up on the rise.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you want a max level gold wraith?
Max level gold Wraith. Who the fuck is Wraith?
It's the only card I still own. I put everything else into a bundle at like 30% off to move my last like 100 cards. But I was like, if I put this in the bundle, nobody's gonna buy it.
Gold. Oh, gold Wraith. Is that the white summoner?
Yep.
White summoner. It's been a while. I don't remember everyone's name. Max level gold. That's like. That's like 243 right now. Well, cheapest is 243. I couldn't do it now. I could get it like next week. I get paid.
Yeah, when you can, give me a holler.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick it up. Might as well.
About 250. I'm actually happy to sell it at. When I put everything else up, I think he was down to like 180. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not selling them for 180. It took me almost 300 to put them together.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I'd probably take 200 for it right now, though, if I can, have it to spend before Christmas.
Yeah. I get paid on. Yeah, I get paid on like the 27th, so.
Same. Well, no, I guess it'll be the 29th or the 30th. Because it'll be that Friday.
Let me see what I got in my bank. Give me a sec. Would you need it like cash or would you want like partial crypto?
Cash would be best because I don't really have the ability to cash out crypto easily. But Bitcoin to my Cash App would work.
Oh, right. Ugh.
That's funny. I was wrong about that being my last card. Somehow I have 2 screeching vultures as well.
Alright, I'm trying to think here. Because I can make it happen. But I'm like, fuck, do I want to be poor for the next week?
Understandable. I'm there and I don't want to be, which is...
I've been doing it too much recently. It's like my first week of paycheck dropped like too much fucking money and I'm sitting on like $50 for a week. I told myself I was going to stop doing that. But I did also say I was going to set up my budget for next year. I never said I was going to stop it this year.
Okay, why will you not let me confirm to begin unlocking? Can you not unlock a card if it's delegated?
I have no idea. I've never done it.
Weird. Well, let's undelegate it.
It's Vobcart.
Yeah, he was in stream one day, and I was like, "You don't have a Wraith, do you?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "Well, now you do."
The size of that Grandmaster Rate's PP.
Right?
Damn, that's a big PP. So you're just like 100, pretty much 100% out of Splinterlands?
Yeah. This is literally all I have left.
You have no coin?
No. I actually managed to successfully 100% unstake SPS.
So what stuff are you doing now?
Mostly focusing on getting myself to a place where I can actually afford to jump in on things rather than just sit and watch. Why are you not letting me fucking unlock that? Alright, well, it's undelegated, and it comes off cooldown. Oh, why will you... Seriously. It does not make sense that I can't unlock it. Or is it not locked? There we go. We'll just filter by locked. Yes. No cards found. Oh, fantastic. So it's not locked. That's why I can't unlock it. Ben, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Fantastic. Sorry for the interruption. But hey, if I can... I can get some Christmas money, then we gonna make that shit happen. Alright, so what if we went in another direction and it's still earlier universe? No. I'm just trying to find a reason why this might have been actually a target for the Illithid. Because like when I was thinking things through where it would work for early, like First Planet, then when they came back in time because they started losing at the end of the universe, or they realized that they couldn't beat the end of the universe. So they came back to try again. Where better to start than first, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to remove that, but I need to create a new item. It's going to be... What are you? Create a new item. Need feature. Right. The shift this over. Alright, let's see how that goes. So human. That's what it started. And then insectile heritage. That grants Wait a minute. There was something I could look up on this.
Going pretty well so far?
Uh, sort of.
Cool.
Alright, so insectile. I have have to making the template is taking a while.
I'm glad you're figuring it out because I was having a bitch of a time.
Alright, so there's bite added to the mix. Now time to make the bite do acid. Go to adjust strike, add new rule element. Now go. What's that? Narrowing. Copy. Bite. A key, adjust strike, add property. Not add property. Would be add damage. Add damage, right? There's got to be something that alters. Wait. It's on my character. Actor. Party. Kyla. Dragon Claws.
Oh, you're doing this for Kyla. Okay.
No, I'm looking for tags
Oh, okay.
to work with Kyla, or to work with what I'm doing. Claws of the Dragon. Don't care about that. Claws of the Dragon.
Oh, you mentioned that Mom had sent some things. I did have a package from Karn's family today. Is there anything in there that is perishable that I need to unwrap, or can it wait?
It's mostly food, so you'll probably want to open it.
Okay. In that case, I will be right back. I'm gonna go grab that now. pretty box. Beautiful card, too.
Dude. Is there like...
Holy mother of pearl.
What's up?
I just opened the box. That is a whole lot of vacuum-packed almonds. Definitely going to enjoy snacking on that.
No one in this house eats almonds.
Oh, we eat the hell out of some almonds. Ooh, mint patties? Oh, I don't think I'm going to get any of those once Rebecca finds out about them.
Careful, they're pretty damn rich.
Yeah, that I can tell from looking at them that they're probably going to be... Oh, damn, they even smell good through the fucking bag. It's funny because I actually have the lingering after effect of a York peppermint patty in my mouth currently. And some oatmeal raisin cookies. Fuck yeah. Oh, damn. Walnuts, pecans. Hell yeah, nuts for days. And I guess I'm just going to have to try one of these to find out what they are because it's not labeled. Obviously chocolate. Looks like maybe coconut on the inside.
Oh, chocolate. The chocolate...
I was correct. 'Tis indeed chocolate and coconut. And you went all row body and then I lost you, Ben.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, you're back. Mmm. Delicious. Tell Mom thank you.
No problem. She sent some last year, but they never they were returned to sender.
Oh. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, it's all right. All right.
So good.
So it's damaged dice.
Well, Jim is still here, although he is muted and deafened. But the fact that he is still here is a good sign for this trade to possibly actually take place.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I got that through. All right. All right, so put inside dial there.
No, I don't need
Go to
that.
actions. Damage, D6 piercing. I'm having such a hard time putting in adding a 1d4 acid damage to the bite. I think I'm just gonna I think I'm just going to say you don't remove the acid bite. I'm not entirely certain how to do that right now.
Yeah, I don't know how to add elemental damage onto.
Well, my main problem is I can't really read the rules triggers because I don't understand them.
Yeah, that was exactly the problem I ran into with creating custom shit. I was like, okay, so how does this?
Okay, so go back to insectile. What's going on? Okay, no, you're fine. Let me go back to Compendium Browser. I need Bestiary. Bestiary actions would be actions.
Compendiums.
Yeah, I'm on the Compendium Browser. I'm trying to. I found an ability that's on a creature that I want to put onto this template. I guess that would just be rage. Rules. Copy. Boom. Okay. So, there's one more item I'm going to have to add to Insectile. And that's a way to do the multi-attack.
Okay.
And so far, it gets claws, tail slam, bite, and here's the description. You were corrupted by something out of your control, and are turning into an insectoid monster. You have 6 clawed hands, an armored tail that can bash, and an acidic bite. I'm removing the acidic part because I couldn't make that work. However,
Okay.
because you constantly have to mentally fight the dominating mind of the corruptor, you gain an automatic rage on damage, and take penalties to will saves due to the distraction.
So if you're hit, you go into a rage. No choice about it.
I'd probably give it a will save to resist, but like if you get hit, you will save, you fail, you go into rage automatically, and you stop making decisions.
So blind rage, not even like barbarian's rage. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I mean, you do get the bonuses that, the rage ability grants.
But also at the cost of control. So, like, confusion status effect from, like, Final Fantasy, almost.
Yeah.
Or Berserk, I guess. Where you don't have control over your targeting. It's just kill. Something is dead. Okay, kill something else.
That's actually interesting. Nope, not there. What about over here? Nope. I was checking to see if there was an ability called Berserk. Because there is in 3.5.
Right?
it's a better rage. It's just, riskier and requires you to have a spellcaster who can calm you down. Or just people who can get the hell away from you faster than you can move. That's true too.
But that latter part can be pretty difficult to set up when you start talking about the additional speed.
Yeah. Right. I did find the ability I was looking for the multi-claw attack thing.
But
No. It's on an I ran into the same problem I did on the rage ability I wanted to put on this guy. It's on a monster.
But that means it can't be switched over to the player character side of things.
Well, it's an action that a monster has. However, in order for me to move it over, I need to know its ID.
Oh, okay. So we need to figure out a way to like inspect to see
what its note ID is. It's called Claw Storm. And it's not perfect because it's very specific to the bear that it's connected to. But it allows them to make 4 attack actions for 3 actions. And move, actually. It's actually pretty bullshit.
Oh, wow. And move.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that part, if you had brought that up at first, that's kind of a no. At that point, I think you're just too ridiculous.
Yeah, that's the Booer's ability, but if I can get its trigger thing, I might be able to reverse engineer it. Hit import. Now that it's here, can I... Ooh.
That sounds like a self-satisfied ooh.
I have it.
Fantastic. Way to figure shit out.
I need to remove the electric damage, but I have it.
Or just change the electric to acid.
Nah, because then it would deal acid damage along with its claw damage.
That's claws, not bite, yeah.
That would be 2d6 damage. Okay, so I have to import it in order to get these things. Maybe I can find a different, How do I delete these guys? Oh, that's how. Delete Booer. Yes, delete Booer.
I always read it "be here" or "be here."
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. The original word is Gaelic, and who knows how the fuck they pronounce things.
Gaelic.
Okay. What's another creature that's well known for having a lot of attacks per turn? Bit much, but sure. that doesn't help. Oh. What's the giant ape thing that has 4 arms?
Garalin.
How do you know how to spell it?
Girallon.
Well, unfortunately, they don't exist in Pathfinder 2e. Okay, wow. Strike kind of sucks nowadays.
You mean the strike action?
No, pounce.
Oh.
Pounce kind of sucks nowadays. Pounce, Pounce used to be a very powerful ability that some things had to, basically make a charge, if you did a charge attack, you got to do a full attack action at the end of it. Instead of just a single attack.
Yeah.
Very few things got it, but there were a couple ways players could get it. Now, in this one, you get a move action, and then you get to strike at the end of that move action. And if you start hidden, you stay hidden after the strike.
Yeah, but you actually still... You gain action economy out of it.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like for a system that does not have an actual equivalent to full attack action, they did a pretty good job on a lot of those feats that are kind of analogous to shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, you got actions that are that take 2 actions, but they give you move and 2 strikes. Or move, shoot, reload for 2 actions. So I feel like they did a good job of still representing those same ideas, but working them into the new system.
Okay, I found something I'm gonna take a look at and see if I can.
So after a couple of months of playtime, how do you feel about the 3 action system?
Haven't done really enough combat with it to merit saying much.
Yeah, that's true. We really haven't had much.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Surprise! I'm back.
Nah.
Okay, and
So what's the news with you?
You really want to know?
Yeah, that's why I asked.
Nothing really.
Oh. Well, that seemed like a real exciting lead-in. Thought we were about to get some dirt.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm just really good at, getting everyone's hopes up.
Right. That's why they call you Mr. Web 3.
That's not what they call me.
That's
not my name.
They call you
me
Stacy.
That's not my name.
Ridiculous. I love it. Have you been on Atlas Earth fucking around at all? Or are you completely forgotten it
Atlas
exists?
I go on it every now and again,
Cool.
and but I haven't done anything with it.
I'm up to I'm just shy of $200 totally earned now. And I'm in for just about 200, maybe like 20 something. So we're almost actually pure profit there.
Sick.
And that's pretty cool. I actually just pulled out $41
Oh damn.
for Christmas shit. So
That's pretty good.
yeah, no complaints. It's actually the last time I claimed was end of October. I've been averaging $15 a month over the past few months, and then
That's real good.
yeah.
Damn, you're kicking ass.
Trying to. It's still kind of rocking on
Pretty much.
TerraCore, still fucking around a little bit with Taco and doing the brigade shit here and there. Mostly just playing like liquidity pools and shit like that. That's the biggest thing I've been working on, and building out Galil, running the campaign. I still check out some other games, but I haven't found anything that's like home.
Yeah, I get you. What's been going on with Dragon Memories?
I've been realizing it's fucking December, and I'm working on drafting a note, and I will be still continuing to pursue making it a reality, but I'm not going to be able to deliver anything this month, so I will also be issuing refunds.
Oh shit.
However, anything that you got, like all the pack vouchers and shit, whenever there is a product, they will still be good. I don't want anybody having a bad taste in their mouth or feeling like they got ripped off or anything like that. I'm not going to be one of those Web3 assholes. Like, I did not set out with the intention of ripping anybody off. I wanted to deliver something, and it's a lot more difficult than I actually envisioned. So, when there is more to it, then we'll start looking at something again. But yeah, once Mike just completely disappeared off the fucking planet, like, it was just like everything fucking shut down, and then I started shopping around, and it's like, yeah, there's no way that I can pay somebody up front to develop this game. Like, I just don't fucking have the money. And I also don't have a big enough following or influence that I can possibly hope to raise enough to fund something like that before having a product to deliver. So, like, I just kind of, I got stuck in a kind of a catch-22 there. It's like, yeah, I can't do this to change my life. I need to change my life and then do this. But yeah, I still got all my notes and all my records and everything like that. And as the first one who asked about it, you will be first in line for the full refund.
Oh, okay. I accept pennies.
You accept panties. I guess I'll have to take a trip to Japan then.
Ah, fuck it. I accept panties too.
Speaking actually of panties, have you heard anything at all about our other bearded friends collection?
no. What
Um,
happened?
well, I can't really shed details
Yeah,
necessarily.
you can. Tell me.
No, on stream.
Yeah, you can. Tell them. All right, don't do it.
I mean, although we have talked about it enough, but just look up
Oh, no.
on Wax Girl Bake Club, GRRL Bake
All right,
Club.
on Wax. Is it on Atomic, or I gotta go somewhere else?
Atomic.
Okay. Wait, haven't I seen this?
I think you have. I think I've sent you some of them actually.
Girl Bake Club. Yeah, there it is. GRRL?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see how well that works.
24-hour volume, 3 wax.
He was actually like number 6 on Wax for a couple of weeks.
Holy shit. Well, that's a good one right there. I gotta buy that one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of good ones.
Yeah, I gotta buy that one. That was only 33 cents. Don't mind if I do.
So yeah, I've got a pretty decent amount of Girl Bake Club as well. And Faded Monsuda. Have you fucked around with Faded Monsuda on Tabletopia at all?
No.
So the actual Web3 and Play to Earn version is not out yet, but they do have the full game on Tabletopia with I don't think it's all of the cards, but there's like 4 pre-made decks that consist of most of the cards, and the game is actually it's a little bit difficult to play, and Tabletopia kind of sucks and makes it more difficult, but it's actually a pretty good fucking game. Like, I'm very, very excited to be a pretty major holder in Monsuda.
What's this? No bundle.
So once that actually fully launches, I think I'm going to be in a good position there.
Isabella the Sprinkle Sorceress. Which one is Faded Monsuda again?
Sensei Bullrog. Kinda crazy, wonky stoner art. It's all like blunts and joints and fucking zongs and shit like that.
I don't know. That was before my time.
My NFTs. Faded Monsuda.
Oh, were those the ones you used on the, what was that game called? Yeah, those ones. Okay. With the little hamster guy. Gerbils.
Wombat Dungeon Master, I think, is what you were referring to.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Or you remember all the old ones are just the square with the art? These are actual cards.
Ooh. Yeah, I see.
You know what? What's your wax?
Fuck. That's a good question. Give me a sec. I got it. Hold on. Come on, man. You're supposed to know this.
I know it. I know I could find it, but I'll be damned if I remember it.
There you go. I just copied it. Green. Ah, shit, man. I'm getting old.
I knew it was 5.
You knew it was 5.
I knew it was fucking 5. I was like, it starts with a 5 or something. I know it. I could not think anything about the rest of it, but
yeah.
There you go. Gen 1 everything pack.
Ooh, Gen 1 everything pack.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's everything in Gen 1 in one pack, unfortunately, but it means that
place to the Gen 1?
Yeah, that would be pretty fucking crazy. But no, it's like there's 5 series in Gen 1, and it contains all 5 series.
Oh, okay. So, I'm able to just open that on Nifty?
Yep.
Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted. Oh, yeah. How is all my stuff going for that game? I've been playing NFT Draft as well. By playing, I mean not playing, really. But what are you going to do?
That's also a new one. What is NFT Draft?
It's a game Rabbit was telling me about. I don't know a damn thing about it, dude. Okay.
Well, what is the gameplay like?
I don't know. I've never played it. I don't know.
I've been playing this game called NFT Draft. I don't know how it goes. I haven't played it.
Alright. What do I do with this Gen 1 everything pack? What do I do here?
I think it might actually be Atomic where you have to open it. I suck at opening packs.
Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a little lost on Atomic Cup right now looking at Girl Bake Clubs, but... What?
No, I don't want to list you. I want to fucking open you.
Oh.
How in der Ferk? I don't get it. Why can't I fucking open these packs? So confused. Ah, Stever's on top. And Shinkarisu right underneath. That's hilarious. Ah, Stever just got hit. Or claimed.
On Terracore.
Yeah.
That's the same as the Golem Overlord thing, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know the differences because I never got into Golem. I kind of felt like it was a ripoff of Terracore to begin with, and then when the things came out about Chlorinator and the whole GLX and GLGT or whatever it was, and that shit, I was just like, among some other things. I was just like, yeah, not really keen to double up on that particular game. But I've stuck with Terracore and I'm enjoying it. As you can see, my stats are getting pretty decent. I'm nowhere near a whale or anything like that, but I mean, I'm definitely in profits here as well. I've been steadily taking some scrap, selling it off, and still improving stuff, but keeping a good balance. And then ever since they launched the pool, I mean, we're slowly filling that up as well. We got 1,500 scrap in the LP.
Cool.
And I mean, 146% APR on that, so that's pretty decent. And we're already earning more than one scrap per day in the rewards there, which, I mean, scrap is fucking worthless, but still. I'll just keep building up. Maybe we start flying again. Maybe even some of the shit coins will fucking have a decent move. And I mean, I definitely would not be upset if scrap took off. Don't really expect it to, but in the meanwhile, I'll just keep plugging away and building and every once in a while taking some and swapping it out into building other shit. What I've really been stoked with lately, though, is the growth in... do you know about the meme community?
What?
I have a meme community, and I've been doing a 365 days of memery challenge, posting memes every single day. Today was day 104. And, I mean, it's not like a private community or anything like that. It's open, and you don't have to, do memes every day to post. Just, post whatever the fuck you want. And I would love to have you. It's, I'm posting you the link in... in the DMs. There you go.
What is this? Dark mode. There we go. Beautiful.
Hey.
Yo.
So I got some okay work done. I still didn't manage to get multi-attack work, but I think I'm a lot closer than I ultimately what multi-attack is in the thing is if you make it's a 3 action, so you it's a 3 action ability that lets you make a number of attacks equal to the natural number of natural weapons you have.
Okay.
So in this particular character's case, he'd have 8 attacks, all taken at -2. But it's 3 actions, so you can't move and do it at the same time.
Yeah. I would definitely insist on the 3 action, and I would say that -2, when you consider that PF2 goes from no penalty to -5 on your second attack to -10 on your third attack, I would think that 8 attacks at -2 is pushing it a little bit.
Well, -2 is what the other two that I got the basis off of did. The Chimera's triple head bite gore thing attack does -2, and the Boer's 4 claw attack does it at -2.
All right, so I'll give you...
But I didn't manage to make the command for it work. But I did get I think I got a pretty good,
baseline going?
Yeah, pretty good start. Like, I got the character's ancestry put up there with all of the abilities he has. Ooh. Anyways, I have to work tomorrow, so I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, you have a good night. I will think about the attack penalty structure that I would be comfortable with. I'm not gonna, like, go hog wild and make it so that nothing can ever hit, but definitely I think -2 for 8 attacks is pushing it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'll let you know something, and have a great day at work tomorrow.
Alright, no problem. I'll talk to you later.
Ciao. So I actually found a little bit of SPS that I have earned off of some of my liquidity pools and whatnot, and I will throw in SPS, SPT, whatever other fragments of coins that I might have just lying around, and the 2 Screeching Vultures as well, if we come to a deal on the Wraith.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll for sure pick it up. I just don't really feel like I should right currently. Like today.
Oh, I was hoping. It was worth a shot.
I know. I honestly wish I could.
So how's work been lately?
Fucking busy.
I imagine so. You're at the store, right? Or are you doing something else also?
Working at O'Hare right now.
Like the airport? What are you doing there?
Yeah. I'm dispatcher for the shuttle buses that move either employees or customers trying to get to their flights. So I just tell the bus drivers where to go.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a simple and yet hectic job.
Yeah, the job itself, super easy, but depending on what the hell's going down, I might have to move a bunch of fucking people around or make sure I have to micromanage a lot of fucking people, so.
Yeah, how many buses are under your care?
For day shift, we have about 23 drivers, and then nights about 13, afternoons about 21, so. And I just work partial nights and then all of day pretty much. I work 4 a.m. to noon. Ooh. The worst shit is when the train goes down because then I gotta move every fucking bus and it gets kind of hectic because then there's like 200 plus people at this one location that I gotta get them to the fucking airport. So.
Yikes. And how often does that happen?
It's pretty rare. Sometimes it is scheduled just for like train maintenance and shit, you know? But yeah.
Yeah, that definitely does sound like a little bit more of a headache than your average bullshit.
Yeah, and sometimes drivers fucking suck.
Yeah, definitely familiar with that one.
I'd say like I'm either neutral or in good terms with 90% of the drivers, I'll say.
That's a pretty good ratio.
Yeah,
I would say that I am not neutral or on positive terms with 90% of humanity. So
yeah,
that doing pretty fucking good there.
Yeah, tend to be pretty good with everyone. So yeah, the drivers that just like fuck around and don't do what they need to, then obviously I gotta do more of my fucking job, which is also supervisor, so
yeah,
not just dispatch. So.
Like you're not the only person you're affecting, and it's not that fucking hard. Just do your fucking job.
Yeah, like so many people at this place will tell you this is the easiest job in the world for drivers. It's
yeah.
Like we've had other people throughout the years go somewhere else and then come back. They're like, I don't care if I'm getting 30% less pay here. This is so much fucking easier. You know?
Yeah, I mean, shuttle bus driver does honestly seem like a pretty easy gig. You're basically driving in a circle.
That's literally it.
I mean, might not be the most intellectually stimulating, but it's also not completely just nothing work because you do still have all of the assholes on the road that you have to deal with. So Not to mention all of the assholes riding the fucking bus.
Yeah. Most of the time, if you're not in the employee lot, you don't really have to worry about assholes on the bus. When you're in the employee lot, you got to worry about assholes on the bus.
Oh, really?
Because they pay for parking in the employee lot, right? It's like some monthly pass or some bullshit. So then they just fucking feel entitled to whenever they fucking get there and however they want to treat bus drivers. So it's like, the drivers don't fucking work for you.
Right? I mean, it makes sense in a, like, not that it's excused, but, like, psychological sort of way. Like, yeah, I can understand kind of where it comes from, but consider the fact that all of the customers are probably paying per day what you are paying per month in order to park their cars and take that bus.
Yeah.
And they're doing it with a smile on their face. Granted, they're probably going somewhere other than work, but...
Yeah.
I mean, fuck sakes.
Yeah.
But yeah, feel free to join the posting. I used to have a few people posting in here relatively regularly, but Kevin kind of fell off the planet when he started Prime Yachts Media. So he has not been in here very much. Every once in a while, there's one of his. But yeah, I would love to have more people posting, whether all the time or infrequently, doesn't matter. But everything gets a full upvote from me on all of my accounts. So
I have noticed I've been posting a bunch of like random TCG memes in our Discord. Like I probably post like one every day, or if I'll just notice something, I'm like, oh, this is funny, let me go post it in Hobbies and Happiness. So, but normally I never fucking post anything. But I'm slowly getting into the habit, which I think is a good thing.
right.
If I want to build an online presence.
Yeah, it's helped me out a lot, especially because, like, since Elon bought Twitter, I've been really not on there with all the fucking stupid shit that he's doing to it. So, like, my social media presence is kind of nil. I've been building up on the Hive chain a little bit, like with this and shit, and I've got some other posts that I've done as well, and I've not been as good as with these memes on anything else doing consistent posting, but still at least got a few outlets where I'm doing some stuff, and it's been working out pretty well. Like,
right,
the more you do, the more attention you get, and that it definitely helps out a lot. Yeah, I need to get back on X and fucking goddamn Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook seems like it's just like a weird social media, honestly. Just seems weird.
Yeah.
I like all the groups on there, but it's not just like you can tag an idea and then people, no matter what, just follow that thing. You know how like Twitter is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
It really doesn't have hashtag integration, does it?
Yeah.
And I guess, I mean, Facebook was... Hashtags weren't really a thing when Facebook...
No.
kind of started or even grew into the fucking world-spanning conglomerate that it is today.
Yeah. Because it was like competing with Facebook a bunch of years ago, and then, you know, took over. Honestly, I think part of the reason it took over is because of the games that it used to have on it.
Yeah. Although it's hilarious because at that time the games on MySpace were so much better. They were just harder to access, and MySpace had already started dying. So
yeah. Fucking Mafia Wars. God damn, I love that game.
Right? I was never on Mafia Wars, though. I was on Mobsters.
Yeah. Same shit, really.
Same exact game, but...
Yeah. My cousin was, I think, big on Mobsters. I did Mafia Wars.
Yeah, that shit was... Actually, how I ended up going to Colorado was through Mobsters. Like, the chick that I moved up there to be with, I met her through Mobsters. And then I went up there to visit her after we'd been talking for a while, and I just fell in love with Colorado. And when I came back within a month, I quit my job, packed my shit, rented a U-Haul, and was on my way up.
Wow. It's funny how life works, huh?
Right? So yeah, I met her online, but not through a dating app. I've actually never had a relationship through, like, any of them. Match or eHarmony, any of that shit.
Honestly, those fucking dating apps, I hate them.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking ridiculous.
I'll, like, use it a little bit, and then I'm like, fuck this thing. I ain't got time for this bullshit.
Yeah.
And then I just go back to doing life stuff. I'm like, I ain't got time for fucking nothing.
And then, just out of fucking nowhere in real life, all of a sudden you just fucking meet somebody who's just fucking amazing, and it's like so much better than, easier than fucking any app could ever be, and yeah.
Hopefully I find it.
Yes.
I'm not in a rush.
And I think that's part of the key. Because if you are in a rush, then you're going to fuck it up.
If there's one thing I am, it's patient.
I'm not patient. I had given up entirely. That was the key for me. It was like I was just done. I wasn't looking. I wasn't wishing, hoping. I was like, I was staying away from the idea. Like then all of a sudden there she was, and I was like, well, damn, aren't you interesting? Here we go. So you were asking how Dragon Memories is going. Let me see if I can...
Apparently real fucking good, Kappa.
That's not the right page.
Why the fuck is it 1:13 right now and I'm awake?
Because it's 2:14 and I'm awake. And you're here with me.
Why am I here? Where am I going?
That I don't know. So we have started putting together a timeline of our Saurians and all of the races that came from them. Obviously, all the major ones were already kind of set on how that was working, but we've been filling out a lot more of the others, and
Orca.
Yeah, we have some whale people. We've been developing some pantheons of gods throughout the timeline. Most of these are not currently extant, but some are. And we actually else here do I? No, I do not.
Okay, Ninja Storm. That's uber cool.
We have the timeline of the planet.
This looks like a good game.
We have drugs of choice for many of the races.
Ooh. Power, slag, brooms, leaf.
We have some twists in the histories that are what is told is not exactly accurate. We have some surprises and some things that are a little bit atypical from what you would expect in a fantasy world, even knowing how different this one is.
Oh, I got an ad. Bastards. I'm not trying to watch some VR game. I don't even know if VR is really going to take off.
I mean, maybe.
It's hard to say.
It's got to become cheaper. Like, the technology is really cool, but yeah, it's still bulky. And like, yeah, I mean, just the way that everything goes is smaller, cheaper, faster. I think that it will absolutely become ubiquitous.
I just don't know if I kind of see it how, like, motion controls were for, like, not the Switch, like the Wii. Like, sure, it had some fun games, but was it just, like, gimmicky along with the Kinects on Xbox? And it's like, that never took off. Wii Sports was really just, like, honestly the biggest fucking game for that. I kind of just see it being like that, and then Nintendo kind of got rid of that idea with the Wii.
And I think it was just because with the Wii it was awkward. I think that I kind of lump the Wii into the evolution of VR. Like, yeah, that was a failed leg of the journey.
Yeah, I also don't know how successful it will be in terms of. I don't see you playing VR games for 8 hours a day. If I'm physically moving the entire thing, I just don't see it. Shooters, maybe an hour.
Yeah, that is a very solid point.
Motherfucker's gonna get tired of standing, moving physically. So I like the idea of the headset, right, and being able to look around and see everything, but controlling stuff with either a controller or keyboard mouse, and then you just have like a rotating desk, you know what I mean? I could see something along those lines, and you just play in first person view.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Or even without the rotating desk. Like if you're wearing that headset and the sensations are immersive enough, yeah, you're not gonna really have necessarily that actual physical sensation of movement. But I mean, if you want that, then there are the games for that. But if you just want to use the headset with a controller, it's still going to give you that much deeper sense of being in the game.
Yeah. I guess at that point it's really just like playing any first person game on like mouse and keyboard, and then like you just have your monitors and using like right click move the camera in terms, or like move your body, or change the view of just looking forward, and then regardless you can always change how your face itself is looking. Yeah. Or like your camera view, how it is you're physically looking can change.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't even necessarily have to be just first-person games either. Like,
No.
You could be a third-person overhead, like Diablo style, but you're just completely surrounded by the screen. So, like, you're still kind of just centered on the screen and whatnot, but it's like you're just immersed in the action. I think that would still be cool, even though it's not the peak use of VR abilities. It would still be a more immersive experience than the actual like the game as it currently exists, I think. What do you think about this, like the smart glasses and shit? Do you think that's ever going to be a real thing?
Oh, like an augmented reality-esque thing?
Yeah.
I think eventually, because honestly, about every 10 months to a year, technology doubles, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think eventually we're gonna get there.
And I mean, I have seen some prototypes and like real people discussing these prototypes and actually wearing them and whatnot that are pretty decent. Like Google has actually, or no, not Google, Apple has released an official product. It's Apple and Ray-Ban, and it's basically smart sunglasses. And they have a camera and a decent battery life. And I mean, it's not like the kind of full heads-up display on the inside of the glasses that like the Google Glass advertisements of a few years ago promised. But I mean, it's kind of getting there, and like they were able to do some pretty cool things with them. I mean, it's basically almost like Razor level technology. Like it compares cell phones now to what we had with the Razor, and we were impressed as fuck with the Razor when it came out. So, I think that's a viable thing for the future. Because they've definitely made some huge strides, and I'm actually kind of excited about that. Like, there's a big problem with the phone and the always being connected with that is how much it cranes our necks looking down all the time. And how much you're not paying attention to anything else when you're fucking busy looking at your screen. But if it's a HUD and you can still see the things that are going on around you, then of course, people are still going to get drawn in and distracted, and it's going to cause problems too. Everything does, but I don't know. I think it's definitely a cool idea. I would like to see something come of it.
Yeah. Something. Oh, fuck. 1:30. I should probably call it.
Alrighty, man. You have a great night, and let me know when you want to grab that Wraith, and I will be able to send it over to you.
Alright, man. I'll see you later.
Ciao.
Later.
You're gonna delegate this back out to Bob Car J. Yeah, I'm not gonna get DEC to fucking list them. I don't want to sell them to get DEC either, so we're just gonna go ahead and say thank y'all so very much for hanging. As always, I've been Rick, you've been on the mountain, and it has been a wonderful time. And we will be back Sunday night. No, we will not. That is Christmas. So we might actually just take off until next Wednesday night. If I come back on in the meanwhile, we'll see. But either way, once again, thanks for hanging. I've been Rick, you've been on the mountain. It has been a wonderful time. And always remember to keep kicking ass, because you are fucking awesome.